Kendra thinks a Fulton County mother is raising awareness in the Upstate tonight after her son was killed by law enforcement officers 3 years ago. Now, Monteria Robinson's son, 26-year-old Jamarian, was shot by officers more than 50 times just outside of Atlanta in August of 2016. She believes those officers did not act appropriately in the shooting, even though investigators say he had a gun in his hand. Fox journalist Brandon Livornia spoke with her here earlier today.
Right, he's here in the studio with us. So, Brandon, what did this mom have to say tonight?
Well, you know, this incident happened in Fulton County, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. But Monteria Robinson, Jamarian's mother, has been speaking to anyone. That includes the Upstate's Tracy Fan and the Freedom Fighters group. She's telling the story of her son's death to keep it fresh in people's minds, while the district attorney for Fulton County fights to get more answers. In August of 2016, 26-year-old Jamarian Robinson was shot and killed by a fugitive task force just outside of Atlanta. This is video of the U.S. Marshal's office serving a warrant for Robinson's arrest. You hear the first gunshots go off almost immediately. They allege Robinson was wanted by investigators for drawing a gun on officers days before, but running off.
Jamarian was smart, he was intelligent, he was humorous, he was athletic.
He was also a biology major at Tuskegee University and played on the football team. Monteria Robinson, Jamarian's mother, has been asking questions for 3 years. She believes there is more to her son's death. He was shot more than 50 times by members of the task force, which claim Robinson had a gun in his hand and would not come out of his girlfriend's apartment.
He was shot all down his arms, his torso, his thighs, his groin, his shins, his feet.
Her family hired a private investigator, Rashid McCall, to look into the case. He believes there could have been a peaceful outcome and that investigators are not being fully transparent. McCall says they could have reached out to his girlfriend who was nearby and even called his mother.
This is a horrific case, and we need to learn from this.
Fulton County's district attorney, Paul Howard, believes there's more to learn too. He's been trying to determine if the officers involved acted properly or not. His office has filed a federal lawsuit against the Department of Justice for failure to provide information in the Robinson case requested through the Freedom of Information Act.
So that we might receive the information, the evidence, the documents, the recordings, and the interviews necessary to complete this investigation.
A grand jury hearing that was set earlier this month has been postponed for now. As for Monteria, she wants to know why her son was shot more than 50 times. And if the officers did act inappropriately, that they are held responsible for their actions.
And my son didn't deserve that. You know, my son wasn't, no thug.
Robinson says she will continue to spread her son's story around the area. She hopes by March the Fulton County DA will have everything ready to get information they need to bring to what she calls closure to this matter. In the studio, Brandon Livornia, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.